Oh, welcome to Quick Poker, everybody. Playing 9. I had to put my face somewhere. And now we're going to be playing even less. So this table up here has just been bananas. 470 big blinds over here, and most of it's from these hands up here, which I've made some terrific hero calls today, which are always enjoyable. Oh, these are really good. Buys. Table. All right, we're down to 6. Wow, that feels good. All right, we hit the king. I'm gonna check that because if he has an 8, I mean, we're fucked anyway. So what does it mean here? What do I do here now that I check the turn? Very tough decision. I think I check because I think he has a draw. Jack, terrible check by me. Okay. Well, we started the day with around 477. Last night we came in 13th place in the 5K Bonanza, the Sunday night Bonanza. So just missed the final table. First place was $850. You should definitely watch yesterday's video, the 5K Bonanza video. All right, so he's gonna have a lot of high card calls, Watt mate. So I'm definitely gonna bet into him here, try to take it down. All right, we would have had to probably shut down on that turn, so we like that. I want to put my face up here because we want to keep the audience in suspense for the account refresh. So hopefully we're over 500. Started the day with 477. It's too bad my camera didn't work last night. I don't know what happened to it. My scream when I got knocked out, like, no, that was genuine. So it would have been cool to actually see me, but what are you going to do? What is Wabags? Wabags will probably take. All right, that's a straight. So I think we got to start betting here so he could chase his clubs. And then definitely check the river. All right, so we're going to have to check this river so he could bluff because I think if he had a pair, he would have bet the flop. I think this is the lone ace of clubs. So I think a check is in order. And he had a 4 and a 5. All right, so I don't know what. All right, so Wabags is not really a blue. I mean, he's more aggressive. So I don't know if we give him a purple or red right now. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and give him a red for now. And yeah, Wabags has been pretty crazy. Oh, we want to hide that account refresh. So all right. Wow, Va. The $1.10. I think he's a little frustrated. I mean, I can just jam here, but Va's re-raising range is so thin. I mean, he's very rocky type, you know. So jacks, queens, kings, or aces a lot of time. He is a little on tilt though. I feel like he's a little off his game. He just saw me win another hand. I mean, do I just jam this? I think. All right, that's a very complicated flop. So I mean, all right. So now he jams that. I'm gonna give credit for a big pair. I mean, all right. So that takes out the jacks. I mean, you might be sitting here yelling at me, singing call, screaming call, 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 but I don't know, man. Let me ask him. Maybe he'll say something. I mean, I underrep my hand. He doesn't think I have to. I really don't want to fold this. He is a little tilted. He's so tight, though. I don't know. This could go either way. Let me know. Let me know what you think in the chat. Oh! That's what you get on Quick Poker. Real, genuine emotion. I mean, Valley's a little on tilt because it's toward the end of the session. He's been playing kind of bad. Oh, look, he raises that hand. That might have been a bad fold. So, I mean, go ahead. Call me a nit in the chat, in the comments. I appreciate any comments, even if they're negative ones. Call me a nit. I mean, if you saw how Val plays, though, the problem is he's a little on tilt. I mean, he either has aces, queens, kings. Is he just jamming there with ace, king? I mean, I'm trying to think now. That might have been a nitty fold. What's up, YouTube? Frank Carlino for Quick Poker. I think this is the best format for the channel. We start out with watching me 9 tabling. Then we go to my account, we do a refresh, and then we go over the hands from today and talk about today's results. Good session today. We played for a little under 2 hours, and I don't really even know how much I'm up. So what's fun about the account refresh is that we could do it together. Last night's tourney, we had about 477 and change in the account. Let's see how much we got. 514. There's got to be more in there. Come on. 528.8. All right, it's a $51 dub. We'll take it. The streak continues. That's 8 dubs in a row of the 9 tabling. 2 sessions were wins, but they were small wins. And today we had a nice medium-sized win. So less than $500 to go to get to 1,000. Splash pot, we got pocket 4s, so we're not going anywhere. Nice little rake back from Global, finally. They didn't do splash pots the first, like, I don't know how long. They just started doing this like a year ago. I'm going to flop a boat. That's a good card, especially when he checks around after raising pre. Probably has some kings in his range. Going to bet right into him. He calls. All right, jack. I'm going to bet pretty big. Targeting. He jams. And I'm going to just call it off. He has king jack. So he's attempting a very, very thin value raise, hoping I have a king, but he has the better two pair. I mean, I guess because I didn't bet till the king came out, but he can't even beat a 7. So that's way too thin for him, especially when I bet the pot. I'm not making like the greatest play on the river by betting the pot. See, when I bet the pot, I'm just like saying, all right, so I'm not going to make the superstar play here. The superstar play against someone with a king or a jack is to maybe check or bet small so they could raise, so I could re-raise you. Basically, I'm making a bet that's going to like shut out his bluffs and make his good hands like pair of kings, even king jack, just call because I'm betting so much. So my bet accomplishes, winning a little more, but it's not like the very best play knowing what he has. So even though I bet so big, he still chooses to raise, where I use the sizing that, gets him off the hook, where he could just call with king jack. And then he just raises anyway, which is way too thin. We win a nice $26 pot there, and then this guy started to implode a little bit. He opens. All right, I'm not putting him on ace-king because he just called my 3-bet. So he opened, I 3-bet. I'm going to make a little bet that's going to be... What this bet accomplishes is keeps me in control without betting too much, and it also is small enough sizing that I could bet the turn because, I obviously don't like the king, so let's see what happens. He continues. All right, so I'm not necessarily giving him a king when he continues. He could have ace-7, and he could have diamonds. So I'm still in control of the hand. I like it. I'm actually going to bet again. And he calls that. All right, now on the river, he jams. All right. Tough decision, right? Well, not necessarily. If I had 7-6 of diamonds, I'd play it like this. But if he had ace-king, wouldn't he just jam the turn? So this feels like a missed flush draw to me. But, it's a tough decision. It's a pretty big bet. I deliberated for a long time. I just decided he doesn't have a king. And I call, and he had jack-7. So he was just staying in with the 7. He was a little on tilt. Realized on the river his hand's probably no good, and then he turned his pair of 7 into a bluff. And it didn't work. So nice call by me. What do we love? We love flopping sets against pocket aces. So this was the same guy in the other hand who had the king jack, and I stacked him. He's going to raise. I'm going to make a little min raise. I like to do this sometimes with middling pocket pairs. All right, then he makes the 4-bet. So now he's just holding out a big giant sign that says, I have aces or kings, maybe queens, maybe ace-king suited. All right, boom. Flop the set in position in a 4-bet pot. Time to stack somebody with pocket aces. The problem is, usually with pocket aces, they'll just bet. But this guy checked. So when he checked, I was a little bit afraid he had ace-king of hearts. All right, he checks. All right, so a lot of players are betting their pocket aces right away. Maybe with pocket aces with the ace of hearts, he feels like he doesn't have to bet. I'm going to have to bet. He does a little raise. Okay, so if he had ace-king of hearts, is he raising right away? Probably not. So now I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling like a set's good. I do a little mid-raise. He does a little min-raise. I do a little jam. He calls. That makes sense. Pocket aces with the ace of hearts. And can we hold? We can. So that was a nice one. So $35 pot. We already had 16. We were up to 50. And that table really propelled us to a big win today. Quick Poker is brought to you by Bosco's Beans. Link in description. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.